Hello, welcome to another exciting episode of Movie Review with Idris. My name is Idris, and today we'll be reviewing the biopic, an epic movie, House of Gaa, which is now streaming on Netflix. House of Gaa tells the story of Gaa, a prime minister in the 18th century Oyo Empire. Bashorun Gaa was a notable nobleman and leader of the military in the old Oyo Empire. He was known to be brutal and was feared by everyone. It was alleged that he murdered four Alafins during his time as the Bashorun. When Alafin Abiodun ascended the throne, he began to plot the death of Bashorun Gaa in order to have a peaceful and tyrant-free reign. Alafin Abiodun's desperation to kill Gaa rose after he murdered his only daughter. On a fateful day in the year 1774, hundreds of angry people of Owo-Ile stormed Gaa's house and killed all members of his household with little resistance from his men. Only one of his child survived the attack as he was said to flee to a faraway land called Bariba. Bashorun Gaa himself was dragged out and incinerated publicly at a Kasem market. The people believe that he will reincarnate if he is not burned completely to ashes. Bashorun Gaa's death gave birth to a popular saying, "If you are brave, venture into wickedness. But if you remember Gaa's death, adhere to the truth." The death of Gaa decreased the military and political strength of the old Oyo Empire. When Netflix posted about this movie, I was so excited because I love historic movie and I love the fact that African stories are being told by Africans. So I was excited. I have done elective in from history department while in school, and one of the courses was the old Oyo Empire, which Bashorun Gaa was focused. We focus on the history of Bashorun Gaa. I love this movie. I enjoyed watching it. It was absolutely amazing. Femi Branch as Bashorun Gaa did an amazing work. He bodied his role. Funke Akindele, everybody did exceptionally well. But I have few reservations when it comes to this movie. First, let's start with the battle scene. The way the Nupes are being portrayed in this movie, I have my reservation. My mom is Nupe, and I have read about the Nupes. The Nupes were warlords, and aura for aura, the Nupe are a very good match to the Yorubas. At a point in time, the Nupe conquered old Oyo Empire. So them being portrayed in that movie as people that can be easily conquered, I have my reservations. Also, five warriors were sent to the palace of the Nupe king, which was referred to as the emir. Meanwhile, the traditional ruler of the Nupe people is known as the Esu Nupe, not emir of Nupe. Five warriors were sent to Bida, supposedly, and they conquered Bida, which is it's not something that is easy, considering the fact that the Nupes are also warlords on their own. I noticed something. The name Zainab for a Nupe person, Zainab is an Islamic name, and the Nupes have peculiar names like Yogo and Res, and they are still using them. This is the 18th century, for God's sake, and them using Zainab as a Nupe name is not it. After the Nupe king was beheaded, who noticed the head that was presented? It did not look anything close to the actors. There was no resemblance between the actor and the head that was brought. I noticed henna in Zainab's hand, which is something that is modern and just came into the northern part of Nigeria. I think some 50 years ago. We are talking about the 18th century. I don't know, I can't say for sure, but I don't think the Nupes use henna. Even if they are going to use something, it's going to be the red lily being used, which is peculiar to the Hausa people alone. During the battle scene, I noticed Stan Nze, who played the role of the Nupe king, was speaking Yoruba. Zainab was also speaking Yoruba. I want to know, um, if they learn Yoruba, even if they are able to speak Yoruba, it's supposed to come with an accent, not them just being brought into Oyo and immediately Zainab starts speaking Yoruba. That is something that I think the production team did not give so much consideration into. So the props used in this movie, I saw a door in the Bashorun's room that had modern door. It has modern hinges. Then also the ceiling in his room was a modern ceiling. I don't know. They did very well. It's not easy for a production team to get everything all. Definitely during production, some things might slightly go out of the way, mistakes happen. But if we are going to talk about ancient things, to some extent, we are supposed to pay attention to certain details. One detail I'm going to commend the production team on doing is getting Xenos mark. The Nupe have marks on the lower part of their mouth, and here I think then this side. I don't know. I'm not Yoruba, but the way the maidens were dressing in that movie, it's something similar to the Igbos tying wrappers around their chest and scantily dressed. Also, the jewelries were shiny. I don't know if it is peculiar to Yorubas. I've seen many Yoruba epic movies, and that is not how the Yorubas dress. I don't know. I'm not a Yoruba person. I don't think that is how the Yorubas dress. Also, the hairstyle. I know Yoruba pack do all backs or shadi, but somehow most of their hair, their attachments, and their so I don't know if that is how the Yorubas dress in the 18th century. When Oyemekun escaped to Ilori, um he met I don't know, I don't it's he's supposed to be the emir in Ilorin. I don't know if the story of Afonja has happened and the Fulani have conquered Oyo as a then during the time of Ga. They are supposed to be Fulanis, not Hausa. Alinu was speaking Hausa instead of Fulani. The Fulani conquered Oyo, not the Hausa. Little details like this from movies are things that make movies enjoyable and delightful to watch. But in general, I totally enjoyed this movie. Kudos to Bolale Austin Peters for doing an amazing job. She's the person that produced Fumila Yora Kuti, which is another good movie to watch. I look forward to seeing more movies about Africa, more story about Nigeria. We should invest more on telling our own stories. That brings us to the end of our review today. If you are new to this page, please subscribe, like, share, comments. Thank you for all the encouragement. It means a lot to me. They keep me going.